Toronto. McKenna, Mullins, and Hayes. Usually Austin plays left edge, and he's actually had a couple of starts as of recent history. Runs the same against a hot Boston team up in Boston. So hard thrower.
Faced Toronto for the third time this season, and he has pitched well against the Jays. 7, and he's expected to open the game. And it figures the Blue Jays will try to squeeze 61 with a base hit to the right side, and the red-hot Merrifield at pitch it.
Well, he's now hitting 12 out of 30. We're talking about a guy that can steal.
For not much longer. Jays have gone 45 and 27 under his watch. Postseason Friday, where the Blue Jays today announced Alek Manoah will start game 1. Here's Raimel Tapia, and strike 2.
Touch and field pitch, throw it. And he's made some nice plays, as he did on Monday in the left field.
Time behind the plate this season. Good chance you'll see Rutschman DH in time, where he's been one of the league's best. Down the left side, that is foul from Tapia. That's the ball girl with a snazzy snag.
Yes, it's hard for me to say that, but thank you.
Well, that's why I'm
22.
That's what did it.
Yeah, let's turn the corner for him.
Okay.
And we're so early. Loopy. Oh, nice.
Nice. On to Mateo. That's a double play. And the Orioles turn their 140.
Like I said many times, big enough to help the Ravens stop the run. Maybe
category a year ago. Here's the big bat for the Blue Jays at 100. And the Jays' best player by OPS, on base plus slugging. That's popped up by Guerrero. And he ends a 1-2-3 first. Opener this doubleheader at 82 and 78. They've secured a winning record. They're going to try to get to 8.
Normal lineup. Tapia in left. Bradley Zimmer, 2015, and had a chance to go to the postseason.
They are chasing a stolen base title. Mateo jumped into the lead on Monday night.
You're going to have to play in a little bit. Easier to hit the ball by the third baseman
in the American League. So Cedric would like to get on base, and he wouldn't. And Mullins flares a changeup away.
All those to hit today. Forced Seamer up in the zone, but again, just picked him up. Brewers picked him up.
That's to the right side. The second baseman Merrifield. Zimmer next to him. Bradley Zimmer's playing in his 99th game. Adley Rutschman officially awarded the most valuable of the local media, and Rutschman the clear winner in his first big league season. Jays, and they've been very, very good. 4 home runs in just 16 games. Days rest. He could give Toronto maybe 2 innings today. We'll flag it down. Out near the warning track for outnumbered Berto Ortiz and Doug Eddings. Rounded out. Wednesday afternoon, 59-degree day. Bill Miller, the crew chief, moves to home plate. 2 down. Here's Ryan Mountcastle to take ball 1. Been excellent. 22 more home runs, and by some measures in the league. You'd like to see the walks go up. You'd like to see the on base robbed of a few home runs. That ball into center field, and nobody will run
the field. And then, of course, if you do that often enough, they either pitch you in. Really was he affected by the new dimensions here. So again, just the fastball stays. I mean, you got to hit bombs, get it out in left field this year.
That's not going to get out until 6. The Orioles' largest non-opening day crowd in several years. This whole season we've been celebrating the 30th anniversary of camp. He pitched in that opening series of the ballpark. And 30 years later, off in the second inning for Toronto, and Bauman runs a fastball inside.
As of late, pull hitter with power, and you better hit it hard. A can of corn.
Well, 2023 Birdland membership introduced about a month into the year. Orioles have hit 100 in Kevin Biggio. And there's a changeup strike from Mike Bauman.
It's going to be around 250, but doesn't swing at balls.
6. Santiago Espinal and Lourdes Gurriel hurt his hamstring here in Baltimore a month ago. Mullins for out number 2. Blue Jays for Toronto. Adam Simber getting loose in the Jays bullpen. Develops for today's doubleheader. The expectation is, with a well-rested bullpen, I don't want to overuse anybody. These are meaningless games for Toronto, which is clinched home, are likely not going to make the postseason roster. It's kind of an unusual.
It may come down to, okay, who's going to get home field advantage and whatever, but that's not the
bits of drama or the American League wild card. Seattle yesterday clinching. The Twos clinched the National League East with a win in Miami. To the left side and past a diving.
Yeah, high average guy. Now, I mean, not a lot of at bats. That's only a 60 get to the hole, and usually if it's catchable, he's going to catch it. Fence. And if it's not Henderson, who just came up over the last 6 weeks, that we
finalists announced after the season. Into 22-year-old Moreno, followed by the 32-year-old Jackie Bradley Jr.
But so smooth. Well, what an outfielder. It's hurt. He can play any position. I mean, today he's playing right field.
So 2 down. Here's Otto Lopez to take. Otto Lopez still perfect as Moreno scores and Bradley goes to third. A ground ball that sneaks through.
And not Henderson, because he couldn't get to it, but normally we would see Mateo knock this. And I think it's like he kind of gets in the way. And
2. 97 there from Bowden.
Very good defensive player.
He almost never starts, but he'll an improvement on Hernandez too. So we've seen Bradley Zimmer in just about every. 0-2 for Bauman. And Zimmer strikes out looking nicely.
The master of framing, ball a little low, brings it back into the zone.
A couple of months before Christmas, so Jays will continue their bullpen game with Adam Simber.
Turn it over a little bit.
A cliche lead. Cleveland closer Emmanuel Clase is also thrown tied up. Inside to Gunnar Henderson, making this such a wonderful Bundy. And he is called out on strikes here.
Side corner. This tells you that. Oh, please. Right on the chalk line. Oh, they could be up.
Hayes to short, and that's out at Cobb.
Yeah, and I got to understand. I mean, Tommy McCraw was a really good player. He was hitting and struck, but it's the umpire strike zone. But it's got to be fair.
Terran Vavra slowly through this hit. The Oriole rookie collects a single in his 39th game.
Well, had a run for the Jays. But my point again is that you still have grounders, some line drives, covers the outside corner, does find a hole, kind of rock line. That's a couple of balls, 2.5, 3 balls off the inside corner.
You're not graded on a curve on the last day of the season. Ryan McKenna down the right.
That's why he's there. And if Zimmer doesn't play center, he can play center.